Good morning everyone, and welcome to my latest Let's Play. Of course, if you're familiar with the series at all, you know this is The Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. Now, I'm actually having a little bit of an issue with the in-game sound, so we're just going to go in and fix that a little bit. But, yeah, so this is a game that I have never beaten or really even played. I do have a little bit of experience in it, but for the most part, I am woefully blind. I believe last time I played this, I got, I don't know, something like 40 minutes in, and I died, and that was that. So, I'm looking forward to trying it out again. I was a big fan of Oblivion. I had a problem getting into Skyrim. I don't think I gave it a very fair chance either. But a lot of people say that Morrowind is the best in the series, so we'll see how that goes. Now it seems like this is another one of those games, kind of like Oblivion was, where I'm a prisoner right now. At least that's what I've gathered from this. So, like I said, I don't play Morrowind. This is basically my first time playing, so I'm not exactly sure where to go with. I have a general outline plans, but who knows, that could be a, not a very good plan. I think I'm going to go with the Dark Elf, just because I think that's Morrowind, I think, is like the land of the Dark Elves. And they have a few skills that I want. I do want to play with, I think I want to play with Mysticism, and then Longblade and Light Armor I definitely do, although maybe it would be a better idea. Armor seems like a decent skill as well. You know what, I'm just gonna go with Dark Elf. That way down the road, if I want to try out Destruction Magic or anything like that, I have the option to. We're gonna go with this guy. Although overall, these are some horrible models. I'm actually not sure when this game originally came out, but I am definitely glad that things have changed a bit since then. Alright, so we're gonna go into the office, apparently. For some reason, the voices are very quiet. I'm trying to figure out... I guess I could turn this up, but I am worried about drowning my voice out. It hasn't been a problem, like in my Hotline Miami series, it wasn't a problem at all, I don't think, but it has been in the past. So we're at the census office. Well, thank you. This is a bit of a strange situation they have here. Releasing prisoners and whatnot. Alright, so I always fill out the form myself. It doesn't seem that hard, so might as well. And we're going to call this class an Explorer class. Not for any thematic reasons, but just because I've heard that Morrowind, if anything, is a game of exploration. More than plot or really anything else, so I'm actually pretty excited about that. Now, I've heard that bows are not that good unless you level them up, so I think I'm going to stick with combat and magic. I heard a lot of things about magic, particularly like creating your own spells, so that'll be something we'll have to check out later on. I actually have a few mods. One of them has, what is it? It's something character development or something like that, and it makes the leveling a lot more simple, and you don't have to, like, min-max, basically, I guess. I don't know too much about it, but that's what I got from it, which is nice, because I remember in Oblivion, that leveling system was terrible. Now, fortunately, this game doesn't have the same world scaling. Like, I think a lot of the areas have like a set level that the enemies are at. So that's good. Alright. So I think alteration is what I want as a major skill. Because it seems like it has a lot of cool abilities, jumping and walking and breathing underwater things. Opening and locking. That'll be good because I'm not really looking forward to raising a lockpicking skill. So we'll use alteration instead. Armor seems like another good idea, and its governing attribute is strength, so I think that's a good thing. I'm not exactly sure. I was actually thinking of going with spear. Some people mentioned that might not be a good idea. You should really stick to one weapon type, but maybe I'll stick that on a minor. Restoration is something I want as well. And there was another one. Might have been illusion or mysticism. I think it's illusion. So we'll stick with that for now. And as a last skill, I'm thinking maybe I'll go with block. Just to make sure that I have a beefy enough character. And for the rest, we'll have one in restoration, one in light armor, one in spear works. I've heard athletics and acrobatics are pretty easy to raise on your own, so I'll leave those be. Maybe mercantile? Just get better deals. It might be nice. Enchant, I've been told, is really good, but it's sort of a higher level player ability. So I'm thinking I'll just go with destruction for now, and we'll see how that works out. So I'm sure I'm doing 100 things wrong, but it'll work for now. And this is an LP. Oh, okay. So for our sign, originally I really liked the steed, but I do realize that by end game it's probably the weakest. Just because your speed and like the warrior, your attack is gonna be rising throughout the game. So by end game, I'm sure these boosts aren't very helpful. But I think personality and endurance actually seem like they would be pretty good skills to raise. So maybe I'll go with the lady. I'm not planning on playing a stealthy character, so the shadow doesn't work. Thief, I don't think really works. I guess the tower is pretty good. You can more easily open things. So that might be a possibility. And the powers, or rather the spells, can detect animals, detect enchantments, and detect keys. So that might be okay. But I think I'm just going to go with the lady. It's simple. Raises my endurance, which I'll probably like, because I think that controls stamina. So we'll go with that. Now last time when I tested this game out, I spent probably a half hour plus on this stage, so I am going to just do a quick look through. And all these things look okay, so yeah. Looks good. Alright. So we have our stats menu with our adventurer, Brian. I think I tried to put Vicarious Brian in last time, but they wouldn't allow it, so. And I figure we'll earn our own adjectives. Oh, right. My papers. Take that. Now we have our inventory. Alright, so the first time I went through this, I actually didn't steal anything. Okay, so apparently that's not okay. But I've heard that if you steal stuff completely out of sight, that they won't know. So here we have our first item. I'm not going to be using this for very long. It seems okay. I really have no frame of reference, but my specialty isn't in short blades, so I think that means I'll do a tiny amount of damage. Also, I have the best attack always on, so all my attacks are going to be the ones that do the most damage, which I guess gets graphically annoying later on, but for now, I'm going to keep it on. Also, his thumb sticks out, and that's unacceptable. I won't have it, so. Okay. So this game is apparently one where there's a lot of reading to do. What I think I'm going to do is I'll just have it up here. I won't read it now, and I won't read it aloud. But I will flip through some of these books. That way if you guys want to read, you guys can read. And what I'll probably do is I'll read later on the books like in the video itself. I'll just read it then. Unless it's something that I think is immediately plot important, then I'll, obviously I'll read it right away. But this book I don't think is. It's just like a background. I actually read it in a test earlier. It's just a worth a lot of money and some background on the different signs that you can pick at the beginning of the game. Alright, so we're gonna steal, I guess pretty much anything and everything. Now I'm getting a weird thing going on where sometimes when I pick these items up, it's not loud at all. The sound that you hear, sometimes it's extremely loud, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but might have to change that later. Okay, so we just found a lockpick, and if I remember, yeah. Okay, so there's a lockpick here. So we're going to equip the lockpick and try it out. Wow, that went a lot easier than it did last time. Jeez. All right, and we have all this gold. Awesome. Oh. I'm gonna leave that egg, just to remind him. I took all your stuff, and there's nothing you can do about it. What is that noise? Man, that's loud. I'm taking it. That's mine now. This is mine too. Hope you guys aren't scared of the dark. Okay. And we'll see what's in these baskets. Beef jerky. I'll take it. Crab meat. I probably won't. But, beef jerky sounds good. I'm assuming that'll heal you. But, I have no idea. But, alright, so if I remember correctly, yeah, we have our map here. Our world map. Looks pretty huge. But I'm down with that. I definitely like the exploratory games. This one's a lot more RPG heavy than most that I've played, but I think it'll be good. Alright, so we have that healing ring. That is nice, but doesn't heal very much, and it breaks way too easy from what I've seen. But what we will do is just throw one of our spells on. We'll do water walking, because I think I might use that at some point, but oop. And the interesting thing about this game is that, well, first of all, because of that mod that I installed, I can regenerate some magicka. I guess it's based on your wisdom, or your willpower, rather, your willpower. So that's pretty good. And, what else was I going to say? Oh, apparently, because the way skills are raised, it's important to run around and jump everywhere. I could see how that would get annoying, though, so we're going to try and keep it to a minimum. Okay. I'm not going to go out of my way to steal anything just because I'm scared of messing things up in the long run. Although, I wonder if I can get behind him and steal something. That would be good. Nah, he's not going to let that happen. Okay. Is he? Oh, he is! Excellent. Okay, you look at something else. Oops. Okay. Well, regardless, I think that actually leads to... There was a locked door in here. I didn't check it out this time, I don't think, but... Oh. People think they're so important, trying to text me. Not true. Okay, so apparently there's a warehouse somewhere that I need to open. Huh. Where did the item go? Oh, he must have taken it. Okay. I see what's going on now. That makes sense. Yeah, because I did hear when you get caught stealing, they take the items from you, essentially. Oop. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with this guy. Okay. So this game is reading heavy. I know I said I wasn't going to read a lot of the books or anything, but I'm probably gonna read most of the information that these people give to me. I'm a pretty quick reader. I don't think it'll bog things down too much. But essentially, this guy's thanking us for the identification and telling us, let's see. Well, let's ask him about his background. Alright, so he's a knight. That's cool. And what about Morrowind? It's part of the Empire. Ruled by Uriel Septim VII, who seems to be a pretty good guy. Let me out of jail, so I don't know what that's all about, but thanks, Uriel. And our duties are to meet this guy named Caius Cosades, or something like that. I like how Cosades sounds. We'll stick with that for now. In the town of Balmora. So, I think we're all set. And he gave us 87 gold, so good on ya, Mr. Gravius. But for now, that's all we're going to talk to him about. And we're given the journal. So, we'll check that out. And apparently this is just, you know, how you keep track of all these different things that you're learning. So, that's pretty helpful. Now, last time I played, what I did was I just ran in this direction on some island pretty far out there and got murdered by a mud crab because I could not hit things for the life of me with that short sword or that dagger or whatever we were given. But that is all going to change because this time and this is kind of me cheating because I already know this information. I've explored the first town a little bit anyway. But we're going to come in here, talk to some people. This is Tolvis Othrelin. And she's going to tell us what about the services. So we have food and sundries here at Arl's Trade House. But other than that, not much in the way of services. My problem last time was actually that I couldn't find anywhere to go to sleep because I lost some health, but you know, I'm sure we'll find somewhere soon enough. Apparently there's some trouble at Fort Frostmarch. There's an island called Sothsheim, north of Vardenfell. Jesus.